Of course, most of us really enjoy the 4th of July, but there are some people who struggle every year with what comes with the holiday. There are cops and dispatchers from Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office say they get so many calls about fireworks every year that it literally can ruin the holiday for them.
9 News reporter Lori Lizarraga spoke with some folks over at the 911 call center in Arapahoe County about ways that we can help them avoid this problem, make it a little more enjoyable for all of them. Lori.
That's exactly right. The 4th of July, as you all know, it's a great time, but we are talking about shooting fire into the air. And any firework that leaves the ground on its own is considered an illegal firework. So, you know, there are going to be those people who don't want fireworks going off in their neighborhood. However, the solution is not to call 911. I spoke to Kathy Rayleigh over at the 911 call center in Arapahoe County today. She's been in the business, she tells me, 26 years. She says every 4th of July, dispatchers get flooded with thousands of calls from people complaining about illegal fireworks or asking non-emergency questions. That makes it difficult for dispatchers to sort through all the calls to find critical incidents. Other crimes don't stop happening just because it's a holiday, so they're asking people not to call 911 with generic complaints or to report illegal fireworks unless they have an exact address.
We get a lot of calls for, hey, there's some fireworks in my neighborhood, or I was driving down I-25 and I saw some fireworks off to the right. We don't know where that is. And so without an exact location, it is very difficult, if not impossible, for us to be able to address any type of fireworks complaint.
Now, of course, none of these agencies, Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office or otherwise, are telling you not to call them if you see illegal fireworks. They are just asking that if you have a call about illegal fireworks, that you call their non-emergency line. And for Arapahoe County, that's 303-795-4711. You can find that on our website, and you can check with law enforcement where you live for the non-emergency number in your city or county. That rule's kind of sweeping. Dispatchers also ask that you provide details, an address, or at least an intersection if you do see those illegal fireworks, because without that, they really can't be effective.
Yeah, it's the little things. Yeah, a lot of people are already doing it, and you can understand why people are concerned, but at the same time, it's really disruptive for dispatchers.
Yeah.
All right, Lori, thanks very much.